Hello everybody, it's me, it's GhostCritic. I'm back again, surprise surprise, it's Wednesday. We've got a new comic book day and I have just come back from my comic book store and picked up a nice stack this week. I have 10 books to show you. This is what happens on a Wednesday. If you're new to my channel, I show off all the books I picked up, say a little few things about them, and hopefully entice you to go and buy them too, because I only pick up the best books, of course. Sorry, no new videos over the last 7 days. Been a little bit busy and a little bit tired. However, it is the last week of April, which means I'll be doing a top 5 favourite books of the past month, so look forward to that. If you're not subscribed, you better subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. It would be a wise thing to do, and a lot of people over the last week have done just that. They have subscribed to my channel, and if this is your first time here and you hit the subscribe button, in next Wednesday's video you'll hear me give you a shout out, because that's what I do. Anybody who subscribes to me in the next 7 days, I'll give you a shout out. If you do regular video uploads here on YouTube and you've got your own channel, I'll put a link to that channel in the description bar below, point people in your direction, and hopefully you'll get some subscribers out of it too. What could be better? So this week, and I think you're all having a little bit of a joke on me because there are some names here that I'm gonna butcher, and I apologise right up front. Here we go. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. Hugo Villanova, John Rojas, Shay Aarons, Gavin Selby, Noble Bentley, A Girl in Power Fox, Harper Zizelge, Al Gooney, and JDM Rock 20. Thank you to all of you. I apologise for butchering most of your names, but it's nice to have you here. Don't forget, don't just hit the subscribe button. Put a comment in the section down below. Say hello. Tell me what you're collecting. Maybe tell me what you'd like me to do videos on, perchance, because I'm in a bit of a rut at the moment. I have too many ideas going on in my head at the moment, and I need some big motivation and a big basic kick up the arse to actually get on and do them. But if someone says they want a particular video doing, I might be more keen on doing it, but don't hold me to that. We'll try it out. Let's get on with the book, shall we? I'm going to kick off with the independent titles. It's a very Marvel heavy week this week, so we'll get to them last. From Boom Studios, it's Strange Fruit, issue 3 of 4, the mini-series from J.G. Jones and Mark Waid. We haven't, I don't believe, seen this title out this year, so I think I'm going to have to go back and read the last 2 issues to get me caught up, because I don't really remember what was going on, apart from the fact that there was a kind of superhero kind of landed out of the sky, kind of like Superman. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and read that, but the artwork in here is gorgeous. J.G. Jones' kind of very realistic art style is just gorgeous to look at, so very much looking forward to looking at it, if not knowing what the story, remembering what the story was all about. Image Comics next, issue 36 of Saga. Always a solid read, Saga. I don't think it's managed to go back to the heights it used to be very early on in its run, but like I said, it's a solid read. It's an entertaining read. There are some great characters, very diverse characters in Saga, and it's always fun to read. Fiona Staples, I would like to see her stretch her kind of craziness character art style again. There are not that many shock pages anymore. Remember when we used to open up the first page and it would be just something it would be something completely random or truly shocking, rather than what I feel like it's been doing now, shocking for shock's sake. But still, solid read. Also from Image, one of the Remender titles. It's low. We're up to issue 13. I've really been enjoying this series. It has been a little bit of a slow burner, and yes, finally we've reached the surface, so I am looking forward to them actually finding this kind of downed satellite, which hopefully has, I don't know, coordinates to a new planet where people can come back from living under the water and go and find somewhere else that's got breathable atmosphere, all that stuff. But really loving it. Not the best Remender title he's doing at Image at the moment, but still a really good title. On to DC, there's 2 books and they're both Batty. It's issue 51 of Batman, and I believe this is the last issue with Greg Capullo artwork in it, which will be a shame to see Greg go, because I've loved his work since him drawing Spawn back in his Image days. It's funny, I was listening to the iFanboy podcast. I'm a bit behind, and they were talking about what a superstar artist he is now. And I'm just thinking, and this is no detriment, no offence to Greg Capullo, I don't honestly see that much different style in his artwork than he was doing in Spawn. I think what has upped his game is the colouring in this, which is very, very different to what he was used to in Spawn. So I think his work has always been exceptional. I've always loved it, and I don't know why he's only just being called this kind of superstar artist now. But one more issue, I believe, of this, and then you've got the Rebirth, and you won't see a Batman title on my pull list until I hear what everyone else says about them. I don't know. I haven't put any new DC Rebirth titles on my pull list yet. I just don't have the interest in any of it. Maybe you can throw some titles at me that you think, well, Mark, you might have missed out on this, you might have missed reading about this one. Have a ganders. The other DC book is Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. This isn't actually on my pull list, but he gets so many of them in that, you know, if I feel like it, I will buy it, because, well, it's nowhere near the heights again of the original series, and it's just, I don't know, maybe it's because I've never read the other 2 series in single issues, and maybe this kind of book is best read as kind of in its entirety in a graphic novel, because that's how I've always read these Dark Knight series. But there's something about it, I don't know. Obviously I picked it up. I'm not going to waste my money on something I know I'm going to hate, so I don't hate it, but it's just not quite there yet. Right, the rest are all Marvel, and what a fun batch I've got here. Issue 18 of Star Wars, still picking up Star Wars, still loving this series from Jason Aaron. We've got Leia on this kind of prison complex thing. There's a bit of adventure going on there. To be honest, that bit, I don't really feel it being very Star Wars. It could be any characters in any sci-fi series, and it doesn't feel very Star Warsy, if that makes any sense. But it's an enjoyable read nonetheless, and, you know, it's Star Wars. Everyone loves Star Wars. Issue number 6 of Squadron Supreme, starting a new storyline through the lens. I said last time I spoke about this that I'm not really sure where this is going, what its intentions are, bar the kind of tagline that this is kind of like the superhero team that will go to any lengths to save our planet. We've already seen them kind of chop off the head of Namor. That really hasn't been addressed so far. There had to be something iffy about that, because they can't just kill off, you know, the king of Atlantis, the Submariner. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe as the issues go on, we can develop that a bit more and go back to that storyline. But I'm enjoying it. It's an interesting, almost kind of like anti-hero, superhero team. But I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying Marvel titles at the moment. I'm glad to be getting back into the spirit of Marvel. it used to be the other way round. I've spoken about this many times, that, you know, in my younger years, because I'm an old man now, I was fervently a Marvel fanboy and I barely picked up any DC, and then they started creeping in, and then obviously it was the new DC 52 and I bought loads of them, and it's switching back the other way again. I'm now picking up a lot more Marvel than I am DC, and at the moment Rebirth isn't drawing me back. Another new story arc is starting on Daredevil, and we have Elektra, great Bill Sienkiewicz cover there. It's issue number 6, and I think we have a new artist coming onto this book. Was it Gaffney? I can't remember now, who was on the last series. He's gone, and we've got a new one. We have got, when I can find the page, Matteo Buffagani. I'm just butchering every name I possibly can today. But Daredevil, it's been an interesting new series. It's gone back to its more darker roots, probably heavily influenced by the TV series. There isn't that bright Silver Aginess feel that Mark Waid and Chris Samney brought in the last 2 volumes, but I'm enjoying it nonetheless. Some silly characters like Ten Fingers being all villainous. Issue number 7 of my favourite Marvel title right now. It's a Doctor Strange, and unfortunately I missed out on picking up the mini-series that started this week, The Last Days of Magic, because he only ordered 6 copies in, and I was silly enough not to pre-order this to get it on my pull list, thinking, oh, he will have loads. And the ironic thing is that whenever a mini-series or a tie-in comes in for Star Wars, he will sneak them in my pull list, and I will have to give them back, saying I don't want anything but the main series. And then when a mini comes up that I am interested in, on a series that I love, he doesn't bother sneaking it in. I can't win. But I am loving this. It's the best Marvel title, hands down. Jason Aaron and Chris Picciello doing great stuff with Doctor Strange, giving him a much a darker tone in some respects, and a deeper kind of history now that we did not know about to the character. So great stuff. Not on my pull list yet, but I'm thinking of, I don't know, we'll see after the next few issues. It's International Iron Man, Bendis and Malieve teaming back up. They did a nice great run on Daredevil, which I really enjoyed, and I thought, well, we'll probably get much the same but from an Iron Man perspective. We had a kind of flashback story in issue 1 to Tony Stark as a kind of college student, partying and meeting up with the wrong ladies. I hope it doesn't continue constantly flashing back to him in his younger days, and this is just for this first story arc. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. I'll give it a couple of issues before it makes a permanent stay on my pull list. And they were my comics this week. Thank you very much for watching. As I've said many times, if you're new to my channel and you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos. Give this video a big thumbs up, and in the comment section below let me know what you bought this week. I know there was a new issue 1 from IDW Micronauts. I had actually a look in and I did not particularly like the art style of it. It looked very kiddie, I want to say, very cartoony, very very digital looking. So, and he didn't have any spare copies anyway, so I couldn't have bothered. I couldn't have, even if I wanted to. But let me know what you picked up down there in the comment section, and I'll do my best to reply to everyone who does. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.